Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Rule the Waves 3 as Japan. Let me get my timer started. So last part we had a pretty major battle. It certainly could have gone better, all things considered. But nonetheless, it wasn't bad, per se. But yeah, it certainly could have gone quite a bit better. We are unfortunately in a situation where there is a bit of a pain to fight Russia, because the only place we can really fight them is Northeast Asia, and the only ports they have are Vladivostok and Nochotka. Well, I think that's how it's pronounced. I actually don't know if that's how it's pronounced. It might not be. Both of those are well outside of the range of our aircraft, for our land-based aircraft, and we don't have a particularly sizable naval aviation wing. We literally have just the one CVL, the Zuio. Actually, out of curiosity, do we have the ability to design actual CVs, or are we still limited to CVLs? Oh no, we can do actual CVs. Okay, did I design one? I feel like I probably designed one, but since we haven't built it because we're broke as shit. Okay, yeah, we did. The Hosho. The Hosho is probably never being built, all things considered. We've had stuff come out since then, so let's take a look and see what we have here in terms of options. How large can we build it? 25,600 tons. I'm not a big fan of 25,600 just because it is such an odd number, but it's, I guess, what we're going to be stuck with. This is a large enough design that they want 8 8-inch guns. I personally think that's stupid, but we're going to have to stick with it. Okay, and that's exactly 8. Dual turrets. I'll put you at 250 for now. Damn, that's quite a few aircraft already. Okay, we can try to sneak in 80. Maybe. Probably not. 2 inches there. Torpedo defense 3, thank you very much. I do want unit machinery. Want to maximize secondaries. We'll stick with... We'll do 3. 3 is fine. Okay, and then 2 light AA. 160. Okay, now how many aircraft can we fit? Also, how many does the Zuio have? The Zuio has 34, so if we can do... Well, obviously we can't do 38. Or excuse me, not 38, 68. Unless we lower the speed. Now, so this is one of those trade-off things right now. Diesel engines are significantly heavier than oil and turbine, but they have the benefits of faster acceleration, which I kind of like. We will eventually get a tech that, like, significantly decreases the weight of diesel engines, but those are a ways out still. I think 28 knots on a dedicated carrier is probably fine for a first generation dedicated carrier. Now I just need to try to figure out... You know what? No, screw it. I'll take the weight savings of oil and turbine. Screw it. Now, you shouldn't really be getting into gunfights, so how much ammo do you need before the game complains about you not having enough ammo? Looks to be about 80. Yep, 80. Okay, that's quite a bit of weight savings there. You're not going to be using these 8-inch guns because you're not going to be getting anywhere near the enemy. And if you do, well, hopefully you can outrun them. And your secondaries are going to be the main thing that deals with anything that can really catch up to you. Namely, destroyers, really. With, to a slightly lesser extent, light cruisers. Okay, so we have 700 weight available. Let's go hog wild on the secondary guns. And, ooh, okay, we can't do 70. And 69 is a weird number to do for a number of aircraft. So I guess we'll do 68. We'll stick with 68. It doubles the size of the Zuiho in terms of air capacity, which I think is beneficial on its own. And it's not really significantly heavier. It's like a little under 10,000 tons larger displacement. So I'm fine with that. We'll do it like this. I think this works. Hopefully we'll be able to get this out in the near future. 4 months for that. That's fine with me. Okay, so we do outnumber Russia right now in Northeast Asia, so they're probably not really going to want to get into a fight with us all that much. Oh, also, the Nitakas are our latest CLs, right? Yes, but they're from 6 years ago. Do we want to potentially design a new CL? That is a small CL. But it does mean we can potentially get them out relative. How large are the Nitakas exactly? Just for comparison's sake. Okay, those are 8,000. And that was like 4,900 or 5,000, something like that. No. Okay, now this is where we get a bit of a question. So we could go with a design that is emphasizing... I believe that's what I'm looking for. That emphasizes heavy AA factor. Or at least it would, once we maybe eventually get dual purpose 5-inch guns. Dual turret those. I don't know if I want to do unit machinery on you or not. Probably not. How many of these can we fit? Well, apparently you're fine with me just sticking 24 on there, so that's wonderful. Just the one, I think. Go, do that. Still way overweight. What we'll probably end up doing is... fan of that orientation. Nope. Midship is that, yes. Although, Jesus, that is absolutely massive. And literally hangs over the side of the ship. How large can we make you? Apparently quite a bit. 10,000 knots, okay. Or not knots. 10,000 displacement. 10,000 knots. Jesus, that would be a fast ship. You know what? Mines don't matter too much. Let's see. What else can we do? Well, I guess we make you a little bit slower. How faster than Ataka's? They're 30 knots. Realistically, I think 30 knots is fine. Now, I do like 3 inches of belt armor on my CLs, because it makes them a little bit harder to penetrate for destroyers. Stuck a whole bunch of ammo. Probably not that much. Maybe like 350 or something. Oh, we don't have director yet on secondaries for you. That's fine. It's a bit of extra heavy A factor if we stick with the 4-inch gun, so we're going to do that. Can't quite afford to do diesel. Can't afford the weight of... Oh, can we do the superimposed? We can. Wonderful. We're gonna dual turret those as well. And now I need to shave weight somewhere. Where do we shave weight? Well, I guess probably on secondary ammo. I guess 250 is fine. We'll survive with 250. Okay, so this will take a little under 2 years to actually get any of these out. But they are a fair bit better than our existing designs. At least I believe so. Actually need to get you guys on the graphic. That would be nice. Thank you. Yes, mirror. Mirror those by default, really. There we go. That's a little bit nicer. It is a bit cramped, I'll admit, but the game doesn't really have an issue with it, so we'll survive. Now, I would love to have more main gun ammo, although admittedly 160 rounds per gun with, that's what, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16? I think it's 16 guns. It's a little hard to tell because of the whole scrolling thing messes with it. Yeah, okay, yeah, it's 16 guns. 15 wouldn't have made a whole lot of sense, so yeah, 16. That is a lot of ammo, I'll admit. The thing is, do I want to do all or nothing on a light cruiser? I feel like all or nothing is a bit weird on a light cruiser, admittedly. I feel like flat deck on top or something would make more sense. Probably slope deck, realistically. But then I have to shave weight. You know what? No. So the game is basically defaulting to all or nothing. We'll stick with all or nothing, I guess. So this is going to be our brand new light cruiser that we're going to try to get out. Good luck with that. Let's get a fight going. Decline that because we don't have any ships in the area. Don't let them get off lightly. Is Russia just transitioning through the Mediterranean? Because I don't see why they would be stationing a fleet there permanently. Oh, and I think they got a... Yep, they repaired some of their stuff now. Let's see. Yeah, God, that is so fucking expensive. Here we go. Coastal raid. Please be at night, because a coastal raid in Vladivostok during the day is not fun. You know what? Well, no. So again, the thing is, so again, the thing is, their air bases are not in range of our land-based aircraft. So suppress enemy airfields is not exactly a useful option for us. Admittedly, attack enemy ships near objective I don't think is very useful either, nor is attack enemy ships in general, because they don't really have ships that are going to be in range, so yeah. Oh, and of course we're doing it during the day. Wonderful. Okay, so we have the Miyoko leading this operation with the Furutaka backing it up. The Miyoko is the significantly better design, in my opinion. And one of our Nitakas, and a whole boatload of destroyers. So, this is not going to be a particularly fun fight. Thing is... okay, okay, weather doesn't permit air operations. That is a saving grace, but annoyingly, this is early in the morning. This looks to be, what is that, 7:45 in the morning right now? So, So that weather limits air operations thing could very easily change. So we're gonna, I think, just sort of try to do a quick in and out type operation here. Get in, sink what we need to, and get the hell out before they manage to launch their aircraft, preferably. I was considering potentially launching our aircraft from the Zuiho and having them bomb the enemy air bases, but obviously we can't do that with weather-limiting air operations. Actually, we probably could have done suppress enemy air bases. They are within range of our medium bombers. Exactly how much good that would do us, I don't know. We might actually want to consider that next time we have a fight here in Vladivostok, because they are in range of our medium bombers, which I did not really recognize before. One second. Or, never mind. Spotted them over here. There's a CA. Well, presumably, what we're identifying as a CA at least. It is. It's an Oleg with 8 8-inch guns, which is okay. But why 8-inch guns on a heavy cruiser in 1922, Russia? What is your tech like that you opted for 8-inch guns on a heavy cruiser? That's just weird to me. It really is. Oh yes, these guys are outside of your spotting range, so you can't engage them right now. There we go. The Olga, like an idiot, decided to turn back on us, which just lets us unload 10-inch guns into it, which it's not going to have a fun time with. That is a very... Are we sure this is a heavy cruiser? 3.5 inches of belt armor is not a lot. Don't let the Oleg escape. Damn, it's going to escape. We can't really get any closer, and we can't launch aircraft to finish them off. So I don't think we're going to get our sinking of 2 ships that are at least 500 tons. Outside of sinking transports, which, I mean, I don't mind doing, but I'd much rather shoot the Oleg. I don't know what those destroyers are doing, but they're doing something very stupid. Are we actually not even going to sink that medium merchant up there? Come on, get more guns on it, or something. And I need to try to find some more transports or something. Oh, there we go. Okay, that one's dead in the water now. Nope. Turn away. Stay away from the 6-inch coastal battery. For you. Seaplane carrier. You're not going to have a fun time. Nope, never mind. You're a small merchant. Oh. Looks like the Oleg might have decided to come back and join the fun. Well, maybe not the Oleg, but the destroyers did at least. Oh. The Azuki struck a mine. Oh, the Azuki's going to be sunk. Already know that. What are you guys doing at shooting at it? Not particularly great. Are... Okay, why are you charging at me like that? I question the sanity of that. Six-inch gun battery up there. Stay away from it. I would love for them to come out, but admittedly, we've got a bit of a situation where if I pull back to let them come out, they may not come out. Let's see if we can get them. Oh, I didn't realize the Azuma was here as well. It's a Yakumo. Jesus, we have 3 different generations of heavy cruisers. Well, armored cruisers, whatever. Well, heavy cruisers. Actually, some of them might technically be armored cruisers instead of heavy cruisers. Yep, go ahead, pick up survivors from the Azuki. We knew it was going to sink. It was just waiting for it to happen. So we want to do as much damage as we can. And I would love to sink some of those cruisers. The destroyers would also be kind of nice to sink, but they're not the primary target, really. Don't care too much for them. Have you guys slow down? Oh, what's this? A destroyer? All by itself? Outside of the safety of the minefield that obviously always is just meant to prevent you from being able to sail right into the enemy port? Oh, somebody claimed to have actually... what's that? Somebody claimed to have spotted a submarine. Who and where? It was the Matsu something or other. You did. I kind of feel like it might be ours that you spotted. But I could be wrong. The Miyoko try to... Come on. Shoot at it. Although that's a Corvette. But I'm fine with you shooting at the Corvette too. And Nani was going to head over to Chotka and see if there's any merchants in that area that we can sink. Kind of feel like those guys aren't going to come back out. I guess we can sail away. We won't sail out too quickly. That way, hopefully, if they come after us, we actually have the opportunity to spot them and we can turn around to try to engage them. It's looking like there's probably not going to be any transports around Chotka. They will either potentially already sailed back into port, or they sailed towards Vladivostok. That's a shame. I would have loved to have sunk some more stuff, like, really would have loved to have sunk some actual military ships, not civilian shipping. It's kind of hard to sink a destroyer, though, with 10-inch guns, mostly because you have a hard time aiming them. But they really don't want to fight us. Let's do cruising speed. There's no need to go full speed. I don't know what to do with the Zuio because there's nothing we can do with weather limiting air operations with the low clouds. I think that was a Corvette, probably. But that is a coastal battery, and I don't really feel like fighting that. Thank you very much. Even if it is just a 4-inch coastal battery, we would be able to destroy it given the opportunity. Suppose we could, though, but it doesn't really do much for us. We can send the heavy cruisers. They shouldn't really be at risk. coastal battery. That one's a 6-inch coastal battery. That one actually has the potential to hurt. Enemy ships came out finally. Not quite sure why. We're also going to go Squadron Max. Because we don't want them to get a good torpedo run off on us. Okay, night's coming. I think at this point we're just going to say screw it and we're going to leave. We didn't really get to sink any combat vessels, which sucks. But yeah, I'm not going to be dealing with a whole bunch of destroyers in the middle of the night. Destroyers are the one reliable way to destroy ships in this game. Particularly until you get to having missiles and a plethora of options for launching aircraft from carriers, and especially jets. Oh god, once we get to the jet age, it's going to be a clusterfuck in this region. Yep, let's end the scenario. I-96 is overdue and presumed loss. Same with I-97. We sunk a corvette, 3 transports, damaged some other stuff. So, oh god, they had CVLs out here. I'm sorry, what? Where? Where the hell were the CVLs? Game, you can't be just telling me there's CVLs out here. I don't see any CVLs. Am I blind? Because that looks like a bunch of destroyers and a corvette. And in this mess of stuff, it looks like it's just some more destroyers and a seaplane carrier. But game, you claimed that there was two CVLs operating in the region, apparently. I don't see them at all. Did they sail immediately into port? But in that case, I still should see their line somewhere, I would think. I am very confused. Right, sure, that's a major battle. It isn't. Nobody's going to remember that Battle of Vladivostok. Weight savings on machinery, new dive bomber prototypes, and by new, you mean the first ones ever, because we literally haven't had any before. Okay, we got Nakajima here with the best range. What do we got for speed? Basically the same across the board for all of them, so that's fine. You're not the toughest. The Kyushu is tougher, but it has quite a bit less range, and I care about range a lot more than I care about anything else. So we're going to take the Nakajima. We worked the design because we just had some savings and one moment. Okay. Since we just got a little bit of weight savings, I mean, it was only 2%, but 2% makes a difference. Well, it can, more accurately. I want to have that applied right out of the gate instead of needing to do an actual replace machinery. Okay, oops, not that one, this one. Okay, now, question is, what do we replace? So, we have our medium bomber here. This one's going to be obsoleted because it's not the greatest anymore. We are 3 years on our float plane scout. But I really want a brand new fighter. Even though our current one is only a year old, roughly. That's not the best range. It really isn't. That's some really low range. relative to anything it would be escorting, namely the torpedo bombers and dive bombers. So, yeah, we're going to try to get a brand new fighter with some actual range, hopefully. Better aircraft handling practices increases aircraft capacity and reduces ready time of carriers. Wonderful. We are tied for blockade strength here, which is not great. So that means we got to sink some more of their crap. Have we built any of these new destroyers? We haven't. Maybe we should go ahead and queue up a few. They're not super expensive. I say that, but I can only afford to build like 3. Well, queue up like 3. Oh, fleet battle. That's fun. Press enemy airfields. Thank you very much. Oh, and we're going to be doing this. Oh, this is a slightly better location for us, in my opinion. We're not quite as close to their stuff. We are much closer to our coastline, which is great because that means, we actually have the opportunity to engage, hopefully, significantly better. Now, thing is, I need to make sure that you are scouting in the right direction. So first things first, what direction is 1st Battle Division going? It is heading at a course of 334. So your scout, it doesn't need to be that far to the left. We're going to do that. I'm fine with that. I do want maximum cap. Well, no, we can do medium for now, I guess. That's fine. I don't think we need to scout that far out to the right. We'll do, I think, 315 and 35 with a distance of 300. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I think that will work just fine. Yep, everybody launch your scouts to try to find the enemy, preferably before daybreak, so that we can start having the Zuiho prepare its aircraft for a early morning. Probably not actually, because of the flight times. Probably more like mid-morning almost. Strike. Admittedly, some of you guys, I don't know what the fuck you're thinking when it comes to where you're launching your scouts to go, but okay, you do you. Okay, we claim to have spotted a transport here. And the transport's an interesting one, because why is it this far south? This is well within our territory. Okay, well, we found the enemy fleet. They were much closer than anticipated. But again, they're within our space, so they're going to have a very bad time, but we need to turn south to regroup with the rest of the fleet. We're going to prepare you guys for a strike. Go ahead and get yourselves ready, guys. Maybe actually we're just gonna straight up turn east and try to go around this island. We found the fleet. Somehow, whatever recon spotted this said, oh, that's just a single transport. No, that was more than a single vessel, and it sure as hell wasn't a fucking transport. I don't know what these are here. Those are the dreadnoughts. So definitely try to get away. You guys go line ahead and also turn away. Okay, now we have a change. Oh, damn it. Of fucking course this happens. Of course this happens. So we're not launching our aircraft because now it's raining, and light rain is enough for us to not be able to launch air operations. That would have been great if that hit. I don't know what you guys are doing, but I got a plan for you now because apparently you feel like trying to charge the enemy, so why not do it under my orders instead of your own? Okay, I can't control you. You guys need to move to a new position. Okay, well, we blew up the Grozny. Well, not at the Grozny, but we blew up a Grozny class. There we go. We landed a 14-inch hit on you. And 14-inch hits are not going to result in a fun time for anybody. Okay, one of their destroyers managed to drive itself right into... Ah, shit. Well, I guess they got their revenge. They magazined one of our destroyers. Where's my ancient... There they are. They're still kicking around. Yeah, you guys aren't going to do great. You also don't actually have improved director. I didn't give you those upgrades because I was hoping to get rid of you guys, but we haven't had the opportunity to do that just yet. We're going to have to get a lot closer if we want to be able to pin their belt. But I think at this range, technically, we're probably going through the deck if we get any hits. There we go. Got a 12-inch hit. And a 10-inch hit as well. But different one. Oh, this one? Maybe. Come on. Yes. Torpedo. Granted, you probably have some sort of torpedo protection system, so it doesn't hurt quite as badly as it could, but it's still not a fun time to get torpedoed. Do we want to chase after them? And I say yes. Yes, go pick up the survivors of the Miyuki. So that was avoiding torpedoes? Oh, you way the hell down here. Jesus, I don't know why you're avoiding torpedoes all the way down there, but so be it. 14-inch hit on the lead dreadnought. 2 more 14-inch hits on the middle dreadnought there. 5-inch hits on destroyers. You are going to break northeast-ish. Well, it's basically more just like due north with a bit of a east heading, I guess. You guys, yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot about you. You should probably be turning back. Another 14-inch hit. Alba just took a torpedo. That sucks. Where's the Alba? I don't know. Oh, right here in the middle. Alba, you're going to break. Do you need to? Maybe not, but you're still going to do it. You're going to break for Pusan. Bunch of 4-inch hits. 10-inch hit. Yashima just lost another turret. Well, it's disabled, so we might get it back. But it'll be a little while. That, I believe, is the battle cruisers up there. 10-inch hits, 10-inch hits, a couple 5-inch hits. Yep, okay, we got both rear turrets back up. You guys are going to break a little bit, though. Those 12-inch guns, they still help. But they may not do a ton of damage, but they can still do stuff. Okay, you're avoiding torpedoes. You're gonna turn south again. Now, I wouldn't mind if our guys helped, if our land-based aircraft would help now, but of course, because I told them to suppress enemy air bases, when I do that, we don't have to really suppress the enemy air bases. We now don't really have any support from them. Because I'm pretty sure medium bombers can still take off. I believe this limits basically single-engine aircraft for the most part, with maybe the exception of jets in the future. Okay, we are going to turn around because we are getting just a little too close for my liking. And of course, when I do that, they decide, let's turn around. Okay, the Assault just took a torpedo as well now. You're going to break for Pusan as well. And the Akashi managed to snag a torpedo itself as well, because of course it did. You're also going to go and make way for Pusan. Do have one of their dreadnoughts. Very slow, and I would absolutely love to finish it off given the opportunity. But with those battle cruisers swooping down now, can't really do that right now. Yashima's not having a fun time. It's got a fair bit of flooding as well. Let's focus on the one that, is actually close to you instead of the one that's further back. I feel like that makes more sense. However, you guys, I have a special operation for you. Same with you guys. See, the Russians got a little bit too close for their own safety. I think we took a friendly torpedo there, which kind of sucks. Not quite dead in the water, but you're not having a fun time. The Yashima is going to, yeah, it's going to break out. And it's going to head south at, well, you probably don't really need to do cruising speeds. Zuiho, maybe don't get so close to the action because you shouldn't be. Miyoko and Ko are going to head north to get back into the fight. Akashi, I don't know what you're doing. I'm pretty sure I told you to head south. But for some reason you're not. There you go, that one's, now he's dead. Kashima. Kashima, where are you? What the fuck is a Kashima? Oh, here it is. Was that ammo warning? Yes, that was ammo warning. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Hatsuki. 2, not quite dead in the water, but it's gonna hurt. Hopefully, it slows it down enough. There's a reasonable chance that the Isunami torpedoes will hit. Kizawa. Don't think that's going to hit, but you can try. Sure. Inakaze, you don't have any more. The Okikaze's out as well. You guys are all kinds of not in formation. I want you to go and link back up with the Kashima. I want you to link back up with the Yashima. You head north. You head north. get back into the fight. So we have 2 dreadnoughts of theirs that are dead in the water with a third that maybe if I can get the Sawakaze to actually get up here. Even the Shimakaze. Either one, I don't really care who it is that launches the torpedo. Sawakaze just launched theirs. Don't really think that's going to hit, but I will let you try, I guess. Those all went duds. Oh, hello there, battle cruiser. Please sail towards me so I can launch torpedoes at you. How fast are you? 29 knots. I'm faster than you. Here you go, Nataka. That really hurt us. Quite a bit more than hurt them, admittedly. I don't think you guys are going to manage to escape, which is kind of a shame. That's 2 CLs lost for a battle cruiser. I mean, I'm inclined to say that's worth it for the most part. Okay, we lost the rest of their fleet, though, it looks like. That's a destroyer. I'm trying to find the dreadnought, rather. Give me the dreadnought. I want a dreadnought. I see the dreadnought, but it's not going to be a fun time trying to get in there to get to it. Kashima's going to break off. It's not going to try to get in there. Do I have anybody else who can potentially contribute to getting in there? Oh, please, one of those hit. Wonderful. Do you have torpedoes left? You do. You're going to close in. Do you have torpedoes left? You do. You're going to close in too. We're going to try to go for both battle cruisers. I think that's a good firing angle. But you may just have to launch them because you're going to sink otherwise. So screw it. I think you are very confused, game, as to a firing arc. You are very confused as to a firing solution. That's slightly more sensible, but I don't think it's going to hit. Shows what I know. We'll send the old pre-dreadnoughts in for those guys. 2 more battle cruisers there. We're not going to be able to get those. And that's my timer going off. And the battle's not even over yet. Well, I think we're gonna go ahead and I think just finish this part here because this battle is probably gonna go on for quite a bit longer. So I will see you all next time, where we'll be finishing off what is probably going to be generally the most important battle of this entire war. I don't really see the Russians being able to come back from this. Now, I would love to do a lot more damage to them if given the opportunity, but it's kind of looked like we probably won't be able to quite do as much damage as I would like. Let's check on all of you guys, make sure you're not flooding. Oh, the Alba's actually pretty much back in action, which is a little bit shocking, considering it took a torpedo. Yeah, the Asau, however, not so much. The Asau is going to go ahead and keep heading for port, but I think we're actually going to bring the Alba back. Like, are you sure you took a torpedo? Because it really didn't do all that much. Either your damage control is the best in the entire fleet, or that was a shitty torpedo. But yeah, so that's going to be it for this part. I will see you all next time. Until then, goodbye and farewell.